What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Pac-Man Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, we're going to talk about the game Pac-Man Collection, which was released on the Game Boy Advance by Namco and Mass Media Games. And Pac-Man Collection is pretty much a compilation of 4 specific Pac-Man games: Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Pac-Man Arrangement, and Pac-Attack. Now, Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, and Pac-Man Arrangement are the parts of the original arcade versions of these specific games. You know what I'm saying? They have pretty much the same gameplay as the original Pac-Man. Now, pretty much Pack Attack is pretty much has the same gameplay as the Tetris franchise, where you collect blocks, but you also try to connect ghosts between I guess during the process too. Now, each game in Pac-Man Collection, it has its own number of stages. Like, for example, in Pac-Mania, that one has 8 stages in it. I'll say 8 worlds instead of 8 stages, in each world are separated into 2 or 3 sections. With the first world having 2 sections, and the other 7 has 3, making the grand total of pretty much 23 stages overall. You know what I'm saying? And after you clear a specific world, whether it's the first one or second one, there's going to be an intermission. You know what I'm saying? And with the last intermission telling you that you pretty much beat the game and stuff like that and everything. Now, each stage in Pac-Mania has anywhere between 4 to 8 ghosts in it. You know what I'm saying? With the first stage, the only one having 4 ghosts in it. You know what I'm saying? The other 22 has anywhere between like 5 to 8 ghosts in it, depending on which stage you're on and stuff. Now, the ghosts in Pac-Mania are Blinky, Pinky, Inky, Clyde, Sue, Funky, and Spunky, and all that. Now, the pellets in Pac-Mania are worth 30 points, while the power pellets are worth 300 and stuff. Now, when you go after the ghosts, after you get the power pellets, the sectional points are like 200, 400, 800, 1600, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You go like pretty much like the original Pac-Man and stuff like that. Now, with Pac-Man Arrangement, it is pretty much the original Pac-Man with more design and more color palettes and stuff like that and everything. And it has like one thing that is called dash, which allows you to get the pellets quicker, and it also allows you to hit the ghosts, which makes them dizzy for like 3 seconds and stuff. And there's this portal thing that's in the game that allows a ghost to enter into it, and puts them in another part of the stage and everything. Of course, you gotta like to pay attention to this bullseye. That's like the portal type thing that they can, one of them they can go into and stuff like that. Now, the one thing that is worth knowing about the dash, at least, is that you can change like the direction that you can go to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like left or right and everything. And plus, you only will see them in the even numbered stages and stuff, like on stage 2, 4, 6, 8, stuff like that. Now, one thing that is worth noting is that all 4 games has like an option menu where you can change like the difficulty, like normal, easy, whatever the case. You know, you could change have the anywhere between 1 life and like 5. You can even change the points needed for 1 up. Like, for example, with the original Pac-Man, you can change it from 10,000 points to 20,000 points for a 1 up and stuff. Now, the graphics and design for Pac-Man Collection is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And it has very excellent color palettes and stuff like that. But I can say that Pac-Mania and Pac-Man Erasement has the best design and color palette in my opinion, even though it doesn't really like take away from the original Pac-Man and Pac-Attack and stuff. Now, the gameplay is pretty good, you know what I'm saying, and I do like the fact that the dash was included in Pac-Man Erasement, and I think that was a nice addition to that particular game and stuff like that. Now, the soundtrack to Pac-Man Collection is very good, but I'll say that out of the four games that's in Pac-Man Collection, Pac-Man Erasement has the best soundtrack, even though that doesn't take away from the original Pac-Man, Pac Attack, and Pac Mania and stuff like that. Now, the only thing that comes to mind that's considered a flaw would be the increased difficulty and stuff. Some people may not like it. Other people pretty much would consider the increased difficulty in the later stages of any of the Pac-Man games in Pac-Man Collection pretty much a challenge whether you're talking about the original Pac-Man or Pac-Attack, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But with as far as any other flaws are concerned, I would say it will be considered nitpicking at best, you know what I'm saying? Now, Pac-Man Collection is a pretty good compilation game of these four Pac-Man games and stuff like that, and I would pretty much recommend it to anybody that is a who is a fan of the Pac-Man franchise. You know what I'm saying, and anybody who is a retro gamer and stuff. Now, as far as the score, I definitely give Pac-Man Collection an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good game and stuff like that. Now, you can sound off in the comment section about Pac-Man Collection. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to talk about the soundtrack or whether which game you like. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Pac Attack, original Pac-Man, you know, Pac-Mania, or Pac-Man Collection. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro and Fan 12 signing off.